For the needy shall not always be forgotten, the expectation of the poor shall not perish forever. Psalm 9:18. After the severe warning of verse 17, David shifts to hope. The difference is stark. While the wicked face hell, the needy receive God's remembrance. This verse breathes life into suffering souls. For the needy shall not always be forgotten. The word "for" connects this promise to the previous judgment. God judges the wicked, but remembers the needy. The term needy describes those lacking necessities. Physical poverty, spiritual emptiness, and emotional brokenness all qualify as need. Not always offers crucial timing. The needy often feel forgotten. Days stretch into weeks, and weeks become months. Years pass, but not always promises change will come. Consider Joseph in prison. Genesis 40:23 says, "Yet did not the chief butler remember Joseph, but forgat him." 2 full years passed. Joseph seemed forgotten by man and God. Then Pharaoh had a dream, and Joseph interpreted it. Then the prisoner became the prime minister. Being forgotten feels painful for those in need. Bills pile up, medical problems persist, and relationships crumble. Our prayers seem to hit the ceiling and go no further. We are tempted to wonder, where is God? Feelings lie, but God's promises are always true. Hebrews 13:5 declares, "Let your conversation be without covetousness, and be content with such things as ye have. For he hath said, I will never leave thee, nor forsake thee." God can never forsake us. The Lord remembers his people, even when circumstances suggest otherwise. The expectation of the poor shall not perish forever. David repeats the earlier promise using different words. Expectation means hope and confident waiting. The poor possess expectation, and they wait for God to act. Shall not perish guarantees our survival. Hope lives when everything else dies. Forever seems long to humans, but represents nothing to God. Psalm 90 verse 4 explains, "For 1,000 years in thy sight are but as yesterday when it is past, and as a watch in the night." The poor mentioned here don't just lack money. Jesus said in Matthew 5:3, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." Spiritual poverty refers to those who recognize their dependence on God. Consider the contrast between Psalm 9:17 and 9:18. The wicked get turned into hell, but the needy get remembered by God. Nations that forget God face judgment. The poor who remember God receive hope. Pride leads to destruction, but humility and faith in God leads to heaven. James 2:5 asks, "Hearken, my beloved brethren, hath not God chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith, and heirs of the kingdom which he hath promised to them that love him?" The rich trust in their wealth, while God is the only one the poor can trust. The rich have many options, but the poor only have prayer. The rich rely on their connections, but the poor trust in God. The expectation of the poor shall not perish. Their hope survives when friends disappoint, family abandons them, their health fails, their money runs out, and their opportunities vanish. Why? Because their expectation rests in God and not in their circumstances. Jeremiah 29:11 promises, "For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end." The application in this verse is clear. First, if you're needy, take hope. God hasn't forgotten you. Your expectation won't perish. Second, help those around you. Become God's hands and feet. Third, maintain expectation during hard times. Hope in God never disappoints.